World here today. I'm here today to make I, I don't remember what part this was again. I forget. Let's just get into it. Okay, so I was thinking of saying recap, but I don't remember anything that happened in the last part. All I know is that Deku beat Bakugo in the Hero Sports Festival, and I think it was barely. So yeah, if you want to know what happened, just go to that part. So yeah, I'm just gonna start it off now. So we start off with Deku trying to pick his hero name, and he's finding it a bit hard since Natsu already took Salamander, and Igneel already chose, well, Dragon King. So he's really thinking hard and hard until he thinks of two. One is Ryujin, and two is Ryu. And he just wants to go with Ryu, but he also wants to go with Ryujin. And because, Ryu is kind of... almost everyone has it now for their what-ifs. I'm just gonna go with Ryujin. So everyone sees that his hero name is gonna be Ryujin. And they're all okay with it. They're fine. They don't really care anyway, so... he can do whatever he wants. So... yeah, it starts off normally with Aizawa saying that they're going to be going to their hero agencies, I think is what it's called. And Deku, he wants to go with Igneel, but Igneel didn't send him one because he wants Deku to get stronger on his own. And Deku could understand this. So the only ones he could go to is either Gran Torino or Natsu. And he wants to go with Natsu really bad because he actually looks up to his big brother. But he already trained with Natsu after the Hero Sports Festival. And he doesn't want to train with him while in his hero agency if he already trained with him after the Hero Sports Festival. And he doesn't want to keep learning the same thing again. So he goes with Gran Torino, even though he already has full cowling. But he's still gonna go anyway to understand One for All more, so he doesn't keep on wasting energy and just lowering his stamina even more. And Gran Torino's the perfect guy. So he goes with his agency, and since they're not gonna be learning full cowling, Gran Torino just says that Deku should be just meditating and training his body until a few days later, he finally thinks of a training for Deku. And he says to Deku that, hey, Ryujin, I think he calls Deku by his hero name. I have an idea for you to start training. Deku's intrigued by this, so he starts listening and says, "What is it?" And Gran Torino says, I think you should try holding your fire out without passing out. And Deku says, I don't think I'll be able to do that. I think I might pass out immediately. I don't have full control over my flames still. So Gran Torino says, well, if you don't do it, then I guess I'll just make you have to run around the entire city. And Deku not wanting to do that because that's stupid. He just takes the training. So he's trying to hold out his Fire Dragon Roar and also trying to hold out full Kelling both at the same time, trying to push his limits. And it would always turn off a lot, or either one would always turn off a lot, or he would just almost nearly pass out falling down. But he still holds on, and he keeps doing this until he has to go up against Stain in the Hosu City. So yeah, he's on the train, and he doesn't have any need to text Ida, and thinks that he'll be fine until he thinks that remembers that Ida might want to get revenge against Stain, because Deku's smarter in this. I'm pretty sure he should be. And before he could think about should I text him or not, Nomu attacks the train. Gran Chino says Deku should get everybody out of there, and he'll attack or fight the Nomu. So he does that until Deku's like I'm ever staying back. I'm gonna go find Ida, and I might go back, considering it. Says this all in his head. So he leaves the train, and he doesn't go full cowling because he doesn't want anyone to know that he's jumping off rooftops. So he's just using his normal acrobatics. So yeah, while he's doing that, just Makino, he is a lot faster than 5% full cowling. At least 10% speed. If not 100%, since I said he could use 100% in whatever part I did. So yeah, he tries to look for Ida until he finally finds Ida, and he sees he's about to get killed. So he saves him, and he does it really easily. He just punches Stain with a Fire Dragon Iron Fist, and Stain is surprised by this, seeing that, wait, isn't it the kid that won the Hero Sports Festival? This is gonna be a bit hard, since he saw how strong he was, and how fast he was. So, Stain has an idea to just kill that, I don't know his name, but that hero that he injured. And before he could do this, Deku quickly gets in the way of Stain's sword, and it pierces inside of Deku. And Ida says, Deku, what were you doing? You idiot! And Deku says, if I just let this hero die, I shouldn't be calling myself a hero. I don't know, bro. I was just thought of it in my head. Stain, he smiles a little bit. And he thinks that Deku might just be lying and just saying fake words. But that's when he realizes that before he said that, he got in the way of the sword. He'd even think about getting in the way of the sword. So Stain says, kid, I deem you worthy. I'll let you live. Get out of here. And that's when Deku says, no, I'm not gonna get out of here. And if you know what, actually, I might get out of here. Bye. So Deku runs away, and then Stain says, well, he failed the test, but I'm gonna kill this kid anyway. Before he could take out his knife and kill Ida, since his sword is still inside of Deku, Deku says, psych! And just Fire Dragon roars him. And Stain is really hurt by this, because the Fire Dragon roar still is really strong, but he doesn't use One for All with it, because Stain is still human that only uses his acrobatics to win. So Stain is surprised by this, saying that at least he didn't fail the test. So Deku and Stain start fighting, and Deku's using his Fire Dragon Iron Fist and just any of his flames around his body to fight, like it's taijutsu. And neither are using their like special techniques, like of course like bloodlust binding and fire sacred arts. No, not just normal hand-to-hand combat. Until Ida says, Deku, you need to let me handle this. And Deku says, would you keep quiet? Can't you see that you can't even get up? If you still can't even get up and with those eyes of revenge, I can tell that he's forcing you to stay like that. Until Todoroki gets in and uses his ice to stop Stain from attacking Deku since he was talking to Ida. And Todoroki says, I don't think you should be talking while you're fighting, Deku. And then Deku says, oh, whoops, sorry, Todoroki. And Deku isn't surprised that Todoroki's there because he smelt him coming a little bit away. So Deku and Todoroki start fighting Stain. And Stain is a bit hard to beat because he's still Stain. But they do eventually beat him after Deku's fed up with him jumping around the ice and fire and him blocking all of Deku's attacks. Since Deku's martial arts isn't really martial arts. It's just a type of fighting style. So he just uses his Sacred Arts Fire Dragon Fist and just knocks out Stain. Until Stain tries to get up again, trying to use his trying to bind Deku in one place. But Deku easily sees this coming and just Fire Dragon talons him, easily knocking out Stain. So when they capture Stain, that's when they hear a huge noise. And then they hear a dragon's noise. And it's Igneel. Deku recognizes that dragon sound, or dragon cry, anywhere. So he quickly runs over to see if it's actually Igneel or Natsu. And he sees it's Igneel fighting the Nomus with Endeavor and Gran Torino. And Endeavor is shocked by this, seeing how hot Igneel's flames are. And realizes that Igneel's flame might be even stronger than mine. But wait, if that's true, why isn't he the number 1 or 2 hero? I need to ask him about this later, in his mind. And Gran Torino, he's not really shocked by this. He's seen how powerful Igneel is before. But still a little bit shocked because he knows Igneel's powerful, but the flames at this level, come on. And by the way, Igneel's not going full power or he'll kill everybody of heat. So, yeah, Igneel is, he's defeated all the Nomus and everyone's now safe. And then he captures one Nomu and then realizes, hold on, but the Nomu in the USJ wasn't able to talk. Shouldn't this one be the same? But puts him in custody anyway. And then sees Deku and says, son, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at your hero agency? And Deku notices that Igneel is looking right at him. And Deku quickly says, oh, hold on, is that Natsu? And then he quickly runs in. Igneel says, I'm not stupid. We all have good sense of smell. And before Igneel could run after Deku, he says, you know what? I'll let him think I let him get away. So, yeah, after, like, everything and capturing Stain, putting him in, I think they put him in Tartarus. I don't really know. I'm not really completely sure. And then, yeah, everyone can go back to UA and Class 1A. And Deku, he's, a bit confused why he hasn't seen Natsu in weeks. After the Hero Sports Festival, he hasn't seen Natsu since. But he doesn't worry about it since Natsu's like a really top 10 hero. So he lets it go until he hears Aizawa saying that they're gonna be fighting with the heroes. Of course, after they surprise them with this, because I'm just skipping a bit. I don't really care about all that. Before all that. And then Deku's paired up with Bakugo to fight All Might. And then when they fight All Might, they're not against each other. They actually care about fighting together. So the fight isn't that hard, but even easier with Deku 100% one for all with Fire Dragon Slayer magic. Yeah, he doesn't even need to fight All Might, just breezes through him. just speed blitzes him, grabs Bakugo, speed blitz, and then they win. And All Might would be a bit confused because he was able to see Deku run, but because of the weights, he couldn't grab Deku, and then All Might completely forgot that Deku could do this. When Bakugo and Deku win the challenge, they're really glad that they were able to win, but kind of disappointed that they didn't get to fight All Might. They had to speed blitz him just to win. So they're a bit sad by this, and everyone sees this, and they can get why they're sad. I think they can get it. Everyone in Class 1A is so stupid. So, yeah, after everyone kind of wins, kind of loses, they're all going to do the race with the swimming, but I'm going to have to put a cliffhanger on that because I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, I'm going to do the next part. Not next week. This is Sunday, so next week. And, yeah, bye.